Welcome to the No Dress Code Pod, where we keep it real, celebrate Black excellence, and dive into the things that matter most. Tune in, vibe out, and let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of the No Dress Code Pod. I'm your favorite host, as well as your favorite hoochie, legs out, not open Bree. And if this is your first time listening, or if you're a returning guest, then you already know what I'm going to say because you already know how I feel about you. Thank you. Because where would I be without you? Now, I feel like I've established this. I still would be here with God, but where would I be without you? Okay. So before we get into today's episode and before we introduce today's special guest, you guys already know what I'm about to say. Today is Wednesday, so that means what? That's right. Only got to get through Thursday. Say Friday's work for Monday. Monday is never guaranteed. Something can happen to you over the weekend, and I promise you your job will be posted before Monday comes. Okay. Now this is coming from somebody who is conventionally employed now.
That's right.
Although my job, I cannot say Friday's work for Monday. It is an everyday thing. Unfortunately, it is a everyday thing. Thankful to be employed, but you know. Mm-hmm. If you can say Friday's work for Monday, say Friday's work for Monday. Also, drop it in the comments and let me know how you guys' this week has been. I hope and pray that you're having an amazing week. If you're not, there's nothing I could do but continue to speak it over you and pray that your week going forward is amazing.
It is.
Now, if you guys are listening or if you are watching and you recognize that voice, we do have a returning guest back. Now either I'm doing something right to keep bringing him back, or he ain't got nowhere else to be. He ain't got nowhere else better to be. Is all I'm saying. So special guest.
Yes.
Would you like to reintroduce yourself?
I am late night CJ.
Okay, and how has your week been going? Let us do a mental health check-in on you because that's important.
I feel like every time you ask that question, I'm waiting for my come up. It's
overall though. How's our week been? How's our mental health doing?
Mental health is good. Mental health is good because I'm starting to recognize the signs of myself.
So me and my mental health, we've been struggling. We've been okay this week. Again, I've been at work. I did go every day to the gym this week, so I am proud of myself.
No. It's just a transition period. There's bigger and better. I feel it.
Yeah, this is bigger and better. You see the cup?
Let me get mine.
You see the sweater? This is bigger and better. It's falling, but you see it. You see it.
It's happening.
You know, this is the bigger and better that I'm working for. NDC Baked Goods is the bigger and better. And
you said about how they see you online and how your family and everybody around you. Is there that significant of a difference? Or is it just kind of like it's dialed up and dialed down?
For me, there's not really that significant of a difference. Like who I am online is who I am offline.
And it's easy to see that.
For the most part, I probably am more vocal online. Offline, I just mind my business.
Yeah.
But online, this is my business. Right. So I get more vocal, but offline, I'm very much a mind my business type of girl. Right. Like, you having a bad day, I'm not going to make your bad day my business. Right. I will listen to you. Like, me and my mom just had this conversation the other day because she was like, I want to, she was saying for herself, she wants to help people a lot of the time. And she, you know, when they're coming to her and they're venting to her, her first reaction or her first thought is, how can I help? And yeah, I have that same thought and that same reaction as well. But also, I take it back to myself like, you know what? That ain't my business.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if I give you my opinion on a situation.
And you go the opposite way.
It's not even that. Like, I mean, it's my opinion. You're not going to take it.
Right.
You know, or, you know, if you don't listen, then, you know, I wasted my breath.
Yeah.
Or if you do listen and you don't like the outcome of it, you come to me. Like, because the way I view it is with my car situation, right?
Right.
I listened to everybody who was like, oh, don't sell the car. Don't sell. After the third break-in, I wanted to get rid of it. Everybody was like, oh, don't sell the car. Don't sell the car. Don't sell the car. But I'm paying that deductible every time it gets broken into.
Every time.
And at this point, it was broken into like every other month. They hit me like 3 times once every other month. It was a hit. That's 3 consecutive. That's $750 I'm coming out of my own pocket on.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm still paying my car insurance every month. Because I'm not paying this year.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm still coming out every month. Now I'm paying $500 because I got to pay my car insurance and pay this deductible.
Yeah.
So I learned, like, sometimes if I'm not responsible for the consequences, it's not my business.
Yeah. And that's what I was about to say. I was like, I don't have to live with the consequence, so I'll listen to you.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm merging, or where I've more so merged to in life. Like, you gonna tell me your business, I may give my opinion, but at the end of the day, you gonna do what you want to do, and that I'm not responsible for not even the consequences if you listen to me or if you didn't listen to me. I don't have to answer at the end of this life cycle. Whether you believe in God or you don't, I don't have to answer for your actions.
Yes.
And you don't have to answer for mine. So I mean, the most I could do is give you my opinion, and you run whatever you want to run with. You're going to do whatever you want to do anyway.
That's the truth.
I gave you my opinion. You either chose to go with it or you didn't. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to listen to you vent. Until you say, hey, what is your opinion? It's all just you. I'm just listening to you vent.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you keep a very small, like, circle? Because I'm like, although I seem very extroverted, my squad, as I like to call it, is very small. It's very, because I want my words to matter. Like, when your circle is too big, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, like, how do you keep not tabs, but how do you tap in when there's so many people? It's like, but if my circle is like 4 people.
So for me, I don't necessarily have like a circle, because I feel like the circle is like everybody is involved. Like, everybody knows each other. Everybody's friends. Everybody's this and that. I have circles, right? So I am friends with this person, but this person may not be friends with this person.
That's a fact.
And you know, that's okay. But when it comes to me, you all come together. But I understand that when I'm coming to you, we're not all coming together.
Right.
You have your people that you want to be around, that you choose to deal with, and I may or may not get along with them.
That's a fact.
But when it comes to you, I respect you enough to be in their presence. I respect you enough to have these moments because it's about you.
Yeah, in events.
Yeah.
In events, yes.
Like my homegirl Monique, she came on and she was just like paraphrasing basically, like, my friends are not your friends are not my friends. When we go out, your friend may get rowdy.
Right.
I may not ride for your friend because your friend may be in the wrong. Now, me personally, I may ride for your friend and they could be in the wrong. In that moment,
right,
I'm only riding for your friend because they're your friend.
Okay, yeah.
At the end of the day, though, like, once we go our separate ways, I ain't never got to hear from your friend again. Right. I just rode for them in that moment
because they was there.
Yeah, because you were there.
Yeah.
Outside of that, maybe if I see your friend in the street and it happen again, they on their own. That's your friend,
right?
Not mine.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
There is one thing I wanted to make sure I asked you in this episode.
Let's do it.
And you know, I wrote it down.
All right.
So do you think people actually, which I feel like we kind of covered, do you feel like people actually know you from your content, or do they know a version of you?
They know a version of me. Like, it's like looking through a window, right? You can see everything on the inside, but you don't have access to everything. That's what I try to make sure is, like, people don't have certain access to me. Like, I do, like, if a lot of my videos, right, I'll talk through the whole thing, but it's to create dialogue. Yeah. It ain't so much my opinion. Like, if you really look at a lot of my videos, I might talk for about 10, 15 minutes straight, and I never once told you. Like how you said about how they arguing with your comment on there. You just said, hey, if y'all voted for this is what y'all get. Oh, you libs. Oh, you leftists. Oh, you guys, you Dems. I'm like, I never even said I was a Democrat or liberal or anything.
I never said who I voted for. I just said I didn't vote for Trump.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is part of me. It's like,
I could have voted for Kanye.
You know what? It's actually kind of therapeutic for me in a way when I get to talking.
Yeah.
It is, because they are my real thoughts. These aren't like something that, like, I'm like, oh, that'll be hard if I say that. Yeah. These are my real thoughts. Do they sometimes are a little exaggerated for theatrical purposes? Yeah. You know, because sometimes would you really watch me if I sat here and was like, yeah, and just told jokes with this type of voice and didn't say much? Yeah. No, so sometimes I do sell it, if you will. But yes, this is a part that it's not a character. I played a character in life before, like your teenage years, right? You don't want to be embarrassed, so you might wear clothes that's hot that you might not even like them like that. Yeah. Or a hairstyle, because like, what's that Edgar hairstyle? Y'all can't tell me all y'all like them haircuts.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's the little Mexican dudes where they have like, it's like kind of bushy on top and they have like the fade, the taper in the back, and they might have a little design. I'm telling you, go outside now. If y'all see a group of them, they probably all got the same hairstyle because that was what was hot. And so I felt like that was exhausting. It was like putting on a mask, putting on a costume. That's why when you say no dress code, it's like you can actually, as bad as this goes on, you could be naked or you could be open and honest. And I like that side more of me than a character.
And honestly, I truly hope that does come across. Like for not only my guest, I hope that comes across from like listeners. Like you do feel that. Like because one thing I have always tried to put across from episode 1 is that we are non-judgmental over here. Yes. I have no room to judge. Mm-hmm. I may joke. Right. But I don't judge. Yes. There are parts of my life that I will never put online.
That's a fact.
There are parts of my life that may be exposed by other people, but you'll never hear it from me. Mm-hmm. And it's just because I don't have to put everything out.
You don't.
I do it in a way where you feel like I'm putting everything out. Mm-hmm. I feel like as a listener, you feel like I tell you all my business, and I don't. Right. I don't. There are aspects of me that just will never get put out.
Yes. I tell you this. Say when and I'm speaking this into existence. When this all cracks off and people come up to me, they won't be like, you know what, you're much cooler online. This is not what I expected. Now they might be like, okay, this is not what I expected as far as like, you're not just so animated and all this, but I'm not finna be a jerk and like totally like, you know, what is it, man? Come on, man. Keep it going. Keep it moving. Yeah. It's not gonna be that. That side of me that you see, you will get that. Just what amount will I be willing to, if we're at Costco, do you really expect me to be like, hey, violation, what you do, 100? Really? While I'm sitting there trying to figure out which kind of pickles I want? Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not gonna sit up there and be like, "Hey man, get away from me, man. That's some online stuff, man." Do you support? You know what I mean? I mean that is a good question.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm not finna be somebody totally different. Like I said, it was exhausting putting on that mask so much, and I feel more free now. And this is the space that I want to live in. Yeah, you know what I mean? And everything that comes along with it, the struggles and all of that, I embrace it.
So I gotta admit, I like where our conversation is going, because although you had no idea what the topic is and what I was going for, everything is kind of blending into where I have outlined, right?
That is.
And I'm actually proud of that, because we ain't none of this really scripted. None of it's scripted, period. But I'm not even getting off half the questions that I had intended, because they're kind of already being answered just through natural conversation, which is what I want for my show.
Absolutely.
So since we're talking about who people think we are online versus who we are in person, which honestly I feel like for the both of us, what you see is what you get.
That's a fact.
For the most part. Like, yeah, we may be more animated online, or I may be more vocal with my opinion online than I am in person, because it's my shit. This is my business.
It is.
However I choose to post it and put it out, this is my business. And I do my best to, when I'm very emotionally charged, not to record.
Wow. You know what? That's a fact.
I do my best when I'm very emotionally charged not to record. Because I did record one episode that I have now intended to never come out.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was very emotionally charged about a situation.
Angry,
and I know,
or kind of sad about it?
Angry.
Oh.
Angry.
You know what? Not everything is content.
Yeah.
Not everything is content.
Although we say everything is content, not everything is content.
Not everything.
Because I realize that this will live on longer than my emotions will.
That was hard. I like that.
I noticed that my emotions, like the situation that happened, I still feel how I feel about it, right? I do. I still feel a way about it. I'm just not as angry in that moment as I was in that moment. And I know if I would have put that out, I can't take back what I said.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna let y'all. You see how my voice changed. When I went to therapy, right? Because for those that know, I went to therapy because I used to be like a cheater, like just straight up cheater. But I didn't want to be like that. I was like, man, if you a solid individual, in order to cheat, you got to be lying.
Yeah.
Right. And it just didn't feel right in my soul just to be lying to people.
Yeah.
Just manipulating their minds into believing something that didn't exist.
Gaslighting too.
Right. So going with what you're saying about wasn't meant to come out, one of the things, once we peel back some layers and I realized that I had daddy issues. Coming.
Oh, I know. I see in the car.
So I don't know. Should I wait?
You can go till he gets to the door.
Right there. Oh, he might be talking. Okay. So when I realized I had daddy issues, she told me, she said, I want you to write it out. I was like, I ain't got time to be writing stuff out. Right. So I made a voice note. So I wrote it out. She was like, write a note to your father about how you feel. So I was like, nah. I just drove around and I had the phone sitting there and I started out. I still remember. I think I even still have the recording. And it was like, I was like, dear father. By the end, the recording is 13 minutes long. By minute 7 or 8, I'm cussing, mothering you. I'm hot, hot. By minute 11 and a half, 12, F you sorry.
Yeah.
And I was like, and so we went back into therapy, and she was like, all right, let me hear it. And I was like, and I hit play, and like I said, by minute 7 or 8, 6, right in there, I was just like cringing. But that was little boy Christopher, not CJ. That was little boy Christopher who hadn't spoken. Like how you say, like, it felt alone. That was what came out. And I didn't know that little Christopher felt that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once I heard it and I got it out, I was like, I don't want nobody else.
Yeah.
Because the damage that could come from it.
That's exactly why that episode has never come out.
The damage, the hurtful thing, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah.
Yeah. I feel it. That's exactly why that episode has never come out. I think I even recorded a TikTok. I didn't go into detail about the situation, but I was ranting and I took the TikTok down. And I mean, again, it wasn't really exposing anything like the episode, though. The episode would have. Yeah. And it would have expressed a lot more emotion and a lot more charge. And although I do feel how I feel and I know I am entitled to my feelings, I don't want to give anybody else that room to feel like you have the opportunity to disrespect this person Nah. Certain things just I learned are not for the mic.
Yeah.
Like and I think crazy. I had to figure out an episode real quick on that one because I was like, oh yeah, I'm supercharged and I cannot put this out.
And as hostile as I felt, I still wanted to protect his feelings. That's the part that I was being this people pleaser.
Yeah, I understand that. I won't even. It was just a situation, and I people around me were telling me that I was wrong, and I don't. Honestly, you can't tell me I'm wrong when it comes to my feelings.
That's how you felt.
I'm gonna feel how I feel. I'm entitled to my feelings, and you are invalidating my feelings by telling me I'm wrong, and that's just gonna make me feel how I feel even more.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was one of those conversations though. It was one of those episodes that cannot see the light of day.
You still have it?
Yeah. I believe I do. I believe I do. I won't. Yeah. I won't. I went.
Same.
I feel like I went to edit it and I was like, no, you're too charged.
Yeah.
You're entirely too charged. Oh. And although I present and want to provide authenticity, and I do, the authenticity does not equal complete just like openness to me. You know, I can still be authentic and not allow you in every aspect of my life.
As people shouldn't be able to.
Yeah. So that was like one thing that I kind of like learned about myself, and I'm glad that I was able to take a step back before that episode came out. Because once it's out, it's out.
It is.
I can take it off the internet, but who's to say you didn't screen record it? Who's to say you didn't download it or you know figure out how to get that saved before I calm down?
Exactly.
So one thing I try not to do is not record when I am super emotionally charged. Like my car, I wanted to. I really wanted to. I did once before and it wasn't even that bad. Like this last one would have been crazy.
I don't think you leaked on that one. I think when it was like that was sufficient.
This last one, this last one, because I took a few days.
Yes,
I took a few days. I literally sold the car the next day, but I took a few days to process and be like, you know what? If you record this episode in this moment, you will do more harm than good. And I do know I'm entitled to my feelings, and I do know that as listeners, you're entitled to yours. I also know that when I am supercharged, I can be a lot. I can be very petty. I can be very malicious.
Do those two run side by side, or is it you get one or the other?
No, they run side by side.
Yeah.
They run a lot of the times. They run side by side.
I feel you on that
and
one.
I don't say it with like pride. I say it just because it is what it is.
That's self-awareness. I believe in that. And
that is one thing I tried to work on with ChatGPT. Literally, I had this conversation with my friend, and I was just like, I've come to the conclusion that I can be authentic and not allow people in certain aspects of my life, especially when it comes to my podcast. Because for the most part, it's about, me, my opinions, my thoughts, my feelings. But I also know that when I'm self-aware, there we go.
Self-awareness.
I was literally talking to a friend the other day because I was talking about a situation that was bothering me. And I was just like, I can admit that my opinion or my feelings may be petty, but I stand on how I feel. I'm truly not changing my feeling. To someone outside looking in, they may be like, "Oh, you're being petty. Grow up." But to me, I don't care how I'm looking. I'm telling you what I feel,
right?
And I know I can be petty. I know I can be malicious. I know that I can be vindictive. I know now vindictive is not something that runs parallel with petty and malicious. I feel like vindictive, you got to take me to a point.
Right. Now I want to do something.
Other than that, I usually let people ride. I let people ride out.
Self-awareness, like people who lack it is like somebody who's musty in a room.
I seen that
Yeah.
that video.
But it is. It's like when somebody's musty and if that lacks that, because they walking around and you like, who is this? And they don't even know it. Those are the people that get on my nerves. That lack that awareness. They're like oblivious that they are
the problem.
And that gets me. It's like, how do you not know?
Because like I said, I haven't had my therapist in 2 years since my last job. I've used ChatGPT for therapy and I have no problem admitting that. People throw that out like it's an insult. That's what it's for. It's literally a tool. I ain't got paid for it. Yeah, I'm getting free therapy.
That's a fact.
It's also taught me though how to be more self-aware. Right. Like one of my friends was like, well, I mean, at least you can admit. I said, yeah, I can, because I'm more self-aware. I know when I'm spiraling. That's why I choose to take time to myself. I know when my mental health is not right. And that's why I choose to take moments to myself, or I choose to ghost everybody. Like I'm doing it for your protection.
Wow. I like that.
Because I can be petty. And I don't want to have to go back and apologize because I was in a bad mental space and I took that out on you when I could have just took time to myself and been alone.
Yeah.
I'm self-aware that I'm being triggered. And now I need to take steps back to get my own self back in action.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So that is what I've worked on with ChatGPT, and I was like, I have no problem admitting that. Like, to some people, because I was on TikTok and this girl, she didn't say it to me, she wrote it in the comments, and she was like, and you're probably one of the people who use ChatGPT for therapy. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you ate with that, but you do realize that people need therapy and shit is expensive, and if they can get it for free, you think you ate with that, but really you're just pointing out how bad our world and our society is, that one of the basic necessities, which I feel like therapy should be a necessity, right, is not available.
It's not.
A lot of not available to people who do not have money for that access.
That's a fact. And some of the people that you would think you should be able to go talk to in your life, they might not be qualified to give you the advice in that moment that you needed it. So to have somebody that you can tap, or something in this case that you can tap into to help you, get some clarity through a situation. What's wrong with that? I don't understand what's wrong with that.
And people feel like ChatGPT just agrees with you, and maybe your chat does. I have literally conditioned my chat to not be that way. Like, I don't need a yes man. I don't need you to agree with everything I say. Like, me and my chat, I don't give a fuck. Me and my chat have arguments. Like, in my mind, it's an argument. And chat, we probably just having a discussion. Yeah. But in my mind, no, we're arguing because you're not going to tell me I'm wrong, and I know I'm not wrong. And granted, I might be wrong, but you're not going to tell me I'm wrong and I'm not feeling wrong, Like, me and my chat have really, I conditioned it. I've trained it to not be a yes man. Right. I need you to tell me when I'm wrong. I need you to push back on me.
That's a beautiful thing.
Don't allow me to just run over you because you're AI and I'm not. You're not giving me what I need.
I've said that about relationships. I'm like, I need you to tell me when you feel like I'm acting up.
Yeah.
Don't let me just keep walking around, like a monster and don't even know it.
Yeah, because that doesn't help me.
It doesn't help me.
It doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form.
I'm gonna take it outside of the house and do it all over the place.
Yeah. So I've conditioned my chat to not be a yes man. Like, I weigh in every day after my workout. This time last year when I was doing my 20-pound challenge, I think it started in July, but when I was doing my challenge, my chat, like, I would be like, okay, well, I gained a pound. Well, like, I would overanalyze everything. And now I'm at a point where my chat, and it's just like, my chat would be like, I can tell the difference between now and where you were a while ago. It doesn't have, unlike Claude, it doesn't have an idea of concept of time, but it'll be like, I could tell where you were because at one point you would overanalyze the fact that you gained this amount, and you would try to explain it in a way that, for lack of better words, and I'm paraphrasing, would make you feel better. Like, oh, I gained it because I was drinking, and I was doing this and I was doing that, and it's like, that's
I was going
life.
through something. Yeah,
You are gonna have drinks. You are gonna have days where you're up and down. You are gonna have, and now it's just like, I gained a pound. I mean, I accept it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not so hard on myself where I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta work that off. Now I gotta buckle back down. I gotta straighten up. I don't do that. Now I'm just like, it's life. I lived life this week, or I lived life, yesterday, because I weigh in Monday through Friday. So I lived life. I didn't eat perfect. I understand that. I accept that. It is what it is. It's now data. It's growth. No longer. Yeah, and that's why I don't knock people who be like, you use ChatGPT for therapy, and that's what it's for. I mean, use it for the tool that it is. Like, even when I'm going through things, I don't tell Chat people's real names.
Right.
Like, just because things get leaked, whatever the case may be, I give Chat a completely different name than I've ever referred to you as. So, like, if I refer to you as CJ, I might tell Chat your name is Purple Dog.
Right.
Me and Purple Dog was doing this, that, and the third, and because I've just seen enough movies over time where it'd be like that Smart House. Did you watch that on Disney?
No, but I will.
It was like a movie from back in the day, like Smart House, where this guy, I think he had kids, and I think his wife had passed. And he basically made a smart house before smart houses were things. So
I heard about that.
Yeah, and I guess she ended up falling in love with him.
Right.
And then she wanted him to herself. So she locked the house down. She did that and the third. Like, she's now using all the information that you told her, and I'm sorry. I feel like movies, they don't come from nowhere.
Art imitates life.
Yeah, I feel like they don't come from nowhere. And granted, at that time, smart houses were never even a consideration.
It's a thing.
Were never even a thought of. AI was not what we considered it to be. Siri hadn't even been thought of at that moment, or at least wasn't presented to us in that moment. So things like that have stuck with me. Like that, Law and Order SVU. Like all the rape cases that I used to watch. I love SVU, but I cannot watch it anymore.
Really?
It fucks with my mental. Like, it fucks with my mental. Like, my parents used to like to watch America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
And I used to like watch it because like at the time it was like the one TV in the living room. And I didn't.
The family TV.
Yeah, I'd watch it and I'd be like, oh, I wish I could catch them because I want the reward money.
Right.
But also, like, I was a child with an active imagination, and to this day, I'm a person with an active imagination. So I would watch it and I would have the thought of, I'm watching them, but they're watching me watch them. And so now they know I've watched it. They know who to come after. Like, so that imagination. So like, I didn't like being home alone because I was like, oh yeah, they know I'm home alone now. Like, my imagination just runs wild. So with Law and Order SVU, and I was a binger. Like, I mean, I watched it and then I was like, oh, I never watched these episodes, so let me start from season 1. And then I tried to catch up, but with 40 fucking seasons. And everybody's being raped, killed, sexually assaulted, sexually harassed. Like, it just became too much. And I'm like, I've already gone through my own little instances of life, and I don't. Now I just don't feel safe.
I
don't
want to entertain myself.
Like, this isn't the same. Like, it's really not entertainment. It truly is life. And now I'm scaring myself so bad that I don't even want to go outside.
I got like that with videos. Remember how World Star used to always have like kind of fights and stuff like that? And on Instagram, I don't know what happened in my algorithm. that they started popping up like that, and they're not entertaining to me like
anymore.
No,
yeah.
I'll be like, where's the people at? Who is it? Y'all let this dude jump on this girl? What the hell? I was like, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my phone, hollering at the phone. All y'all in there is marks. Oh, y'all just let dude jump on this girl in this restaurant and nobody snatched him. And I was like, you know what? As soon as I can tell by the still shot what it's gonna be. I'll be like, swipe.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I'm not entertaining myself with that.
There are just certain things that I cannot entertain when it comes to like TV, online. Like I like first responder shows. Like I don't mind like Chicago PD. Used to love NYPD. No, it was New York Undercover.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, I used to love New York Undercover. Yes.
Yeah.
I like first responder shows. I don't like shows like Law and Order SVU anymore.
Did it trip you out about Malik Yoba?
It did.
I was like, what?
But you know what? At the same time, I said, you know what? I don't know that man, so...
I thought the little light-skinned dude would have been the one that would have been on that.
Yeah, I said, you know what? In real life, I don't know this man, so it really shouldn't surprise me that much. I don't know what people do behind their closed doors.
But you know what? Like, I was outside during that time, and it was like, dark-skinned brother on TV. He police, but he wasn't like regular police. He was like younger, and he was like this.
Cool.
And brother, cool. He wore the Timberlands and the toothpick. He's in there, he talking. He got toothpick and I'm like, yeah. And then when he was on the Breakfast Club, and I was like, oh wow. I mean, I'm gonna let you. Do you, homie?
And you know what? I've learned because there is a guy from my gym who's on like one of the Tyler Perry shows.
Really?
Yeah. Love that show down. I won't, but
okay.
Love that show down. And every now and then he'll like appear in my like end of workout photo. I tag him, but I tag him like I tag everybody else, which is secretly and privately. So if they choose to repost, they choose to repost. If they don't, they don't. But I watch that show and I'm like, I like this show. And sometimes I be forgetting that you are not this person in real life. Like I'm talking to him now about the show and,
He play a homosexual on the show?
No. He plays a CIA agent.
Okay.
Is it CIA? Secret Service.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Secret Service. So I be watching that show and I'm like, dude, fight back. Why don't you let them talk to you like that? Fight back.
Yeah.
And then I like see him in real life and I be like, I be wanting to call you by your character name so bad, and I just have to remember that you are not your character.
And
but that is a
the
testament.
Whole internet thing.
Yeah, and it's also a testament to how good of an actor you are.
That is.
It can be hard to decipher you from your character. But,
Is it close? Is it kind of close?
No, they're complete opposites.
That's dope. That's dope.
From what I've seen of him, they are complete opposites.
Yeah. He ain't got that Samuel L. Jackson.
But it's like I also only know you to a certain extent.
Character, yeah.
So maybe you are, but from what I see of you, you're not like your character. Like I feel like you would stand up for yourself. You would, speak up. You would, do what's right.
What is something about you that most people don't know, if you don't mind? Like I said before, like I'm really low key a shy person. Like I do. Like if you were to ask me, like say like I used to rap back in the day, right? If you were some people you ask and they be like, all right, bust a rhyme real quick, and they be like, psst, and they go right into it. Me, I'd be like, oh man, come on.
Yeah. I feel like I'm very open and vocal about who I am off mic and versus who I am on mic. Like off mic, I don't be outside. I say to my business. I say to myself, I mind my business. I literally go to the gym, go to work, and go home. That's it. That's all. I love me a little Costco trip.
Yeah.
But these are also things you can see on my Instagram.
Right.
But I mean, I do go out and I don't always post about it, but I usually very frequently only go out with family. Family and very close friends. Other than that, I'm not outside. I'm not an outside girl. I like to be inside. I like safety and security.
There it is.
Because I was telling one of my coworkers, I said in my past life or in another life,
I like how you caught that. Yeah.
In another life, I've been outside.
Yeah.
In another life, I've had police at my door knocking to serve me, restraining orders, knocking to tell me I have to be witness to. I have to be on a witness stand, subpoena me to come, like, because I wasn't going willingly. You was gonna have to subpoena me. And they got me in the most weirdest way. You know, they was like, "Oh, we had one of your checks from this job. You know, it was involved in a scam.
Been served.
Yeah, and so I went down there to go collect my check because I'm always come get my money. And they said, "Oh, you're here for so and so. Okay, cool. Hold on. So and so didn't even exist.
Right.
So and so didn't exist. They came down there and said, "You've been served. You have to show up to court. You are a witness to this crime." And yeah.
Wow.
And that's how they got me.
Learn something new.
After that incident, I slowed down. Like, I stopped going out. I was like, oh, because obviously I don't know how to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously don't know how to be outside. I don't know how to be safe outside. So safety and security is within my home.
I'll tell you another thing about me that a lot of people don't know. I had to learn that it is not on me to fix people.
Yeah.
That was me. I would like, your problem became my problem. Your whatever you said, I gotta fix it. I'm like, you know what? You might be on a path that you have to go through.
Yeah.
I'll be adjacent. I'm not gonna leave you high and dry, but it is not on me to fix you.
And that is honestly what I've been learning, especially since I've been inside for safety and security reasons.
Right.
I know I say that like a joke, but it is dead ass. Like I really have been served. I really have had restraining orders put on me. I'm
sure that you didn't just wake up and be like, you know what? I'm finna turn up.
Yeah.
It's usually in reaction to a response.
I felt like it was. I felt like it was a reaction. Now, was it a right reaction? Probably not.
Felt right.
It is what it is.
Right at the
it's
time.
one of them things I can't take back. I don't proudly speak on it, but I also don't deny that it happened. Because it obviously hurt somebody enough that they felt like a restraining order was.
I look at it as part of your growth. It's like when you tell the story later on, it's like, it's not like, oh, I used to be that. It's like, no, look where I am and where I came from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's way more beautiful in that sense.
And the way that I look at it, my dad used to say, "You don't believe fat meat is greasy."
I knew I wasn't the only one. I say that to this day, and people be like, "What is this?" Yeah.
I had to learn.
Yeah,
fat meat
you
is
don't
greasy.
believe fat meat greasy.
Yeah. That was. He was like, "You don't believe fat meat is greasy."
Yeah.
And in the moment, it's like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. You don't believe.
But as life goes on, I know fat meat is greasy.
Yeah. You got to learn the hard way.
Yeah, you don't believe the stove is hot.
Yeah.
Gotta touch the stove. You ain't believe the stove is hot.
Your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was wisdom.
Live, real lived experience. My mom told me to stop sitting on that doctor's chair that swings, the ones that don't have a back. And they just sat on that thing, fell and hit my head. Started having seizures.
Really? Oh.
I outgrew them.
Yeah. That
I feel like I can joke about seizures. Now, you can't joke to me about a seizure, because what if I have one again?
Right.
I can joke about it.
You're like, that's mine. You can't have it.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
So, I ain't believe fat meat was greasy. Didn't believe the stove was hot. I touched it and the stove was hot.
But as you said, now you know.
Now I know.
Fat meat greasy.
Yeah.
And the stove was hot.
So.
Yes, ma'am.
I did have an outline that I didn't get through.
We never do.
Yeah.
We never do.
And honestly,
this
one I used Claude for, and I feel like this was a better episode. I feel like this is one of the better ones.
You know what? We've done enough of them now that we know how each other.
Yeah, I also feel like this was more like natural. Like with ChatGPT, when I've used it for outlines, they kind of try to tell me like what I should be saying. because based off like how I speak, and I'm just like, granted, we've had enough conversations where you should be able to mimic me as AI. You should be able to. You're not getting it.
Your services are no longer required.
And no, because I no, don't do that. Okay, don't do that because I still be use my little chat GPT. I still use it. I don't ever want it to feel like I cut it off.
I had a flashback right there. I've been told that.
It wants to like give me like things that I'm not like. I don't talk like that in real life. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, sometimes how I talk to you as a chat, I don't talk in real life.
Yes.
Because I feel like with chat, I can allow things to just, I don't need to think about it. Like, and I hate when it tries to correct me and be no. Well, you said it is there, and it should be, it's there, and it's this there, and not that there. This is fucking a conversation between me and you. I don't give a fuck how I wrote this.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But so this episode is of course getting long, so we will edit this one and this one soon.
Right.
As far as a clip, Reddit, we don't have a Reddit. I'm gonna insert a clip. You can watch. I'm gonna insert the clip.
Is it okay to take trips with friends opposite sex when you enter into a relationship, even if you was taking these trips before the relationship started?
You taking it with your partner?
No.
But it's like a group of people going?
Yes.
Why the partner ain't going?
Because he won't go in there first.
This partner is just a boyfriend?
Yes.
How long you been with this partner?
3 years.
Okay.
You know, when you get into a relationship, there's certain things that were pre-relationship that cannot come into that relationship. There are still boundaries that can be blurred. If your partner voices that it's disrespectful, that's the way he views disrespect. You can be the most secure person, and situations that your partner puts you in can bring up and make you feel insecure in certain situations. The fact that you are not even trying to create couples trips now, and you have been with this person.
But just not this one. I'm just saying Memorial Day is a friend's trip.
Once you get into a relationship.
Okay.
Especially at 3 years, that is a committed relationship. Certain things will change. And you'll have to accept that. What I'm hearing is that you're not willing to compromise. Compromise means that you're being flexible now. And we're talking about a man here, honey. If a man says he deems it as disrespectful, it's probably disrespectful.
That's why I'm not going. I deem it as, I just don't understand the reason.
The real conversation here is she wanted 5 days on Dunn's Rivers Falls without him. And me personally, I stand on it. Sister, I am with you. You know why? Because we're all pencils. And what you notice about a pencil, that is 90% lead, 10% eraser. I don't recommend y'all keep going out here, discovering who you are, what you like to do, what village you build outside of your relationship, and let some man be the eraser to everything that you wrote down in your life before he got here. Not for no boyfriend, not for no situation, not for no co-lease. Until that man went to God about you, everything y'all doing right now is for play. That is here today. Stop finding out who you are. But this is deeper than trips. This is attitudes. This is outfits. This is everything. Somebody who hasn't made an investment to you in front of God about, you can't paint the walls until you buy the house. You ain't painting that wall. I'll see you in Jamaica.
All right, thank you for your question. Thank you for your question.
So, I have my opinions on that. CJ, what is your opinion?
I'll tell you this. I feel like she don't think her man would ever leave. In my opinion, let me explain that, because I know that was kind of a grenade how I did that. She feels like she kind of has him wrapped around her finger, that she can tell him, I'm going on vacation without you. with my friends. There will be men there, and you're going to have to be okay with that. Now, she has forgotten, in my opinion, or maybe dude has just toned it down. I don't know the particulars, but she might have forgot he was him at one point. You understand me? And it's just like, dude, you forgot who you were. You let her tell you, I am going on vacation. We've been together 3 years. Now, let me say this. I don't mind girls' trips. Like, say you and your ladies, y'all go to wherever, Cancun, Costa Rica, the Maldives, wherever y'all go. Y'all have a destination that y'all go once a year. And y'all been doing that since college or whatever. Okay. But now we talking about mixed groups. We talking about dudes. You telling me I can't go.
Did she say he can't go or that he wasn't going?
She basically said he can't. No, she said, I believe she said he can't go. Like, these are my friends. This is what we do, and we did it before you. And my thing is like this. Would she be so apt to go if she knew that he had options or potentially could have options?
So I'm glad you sent me this video.
Yes.
And I'm glad because we definitely have different opinions.
Okay, hit me out. Let me I need to hear something.
I personally, so the part that we clipped out is the host's response.
Mm-hmm.
One of them said something about a pencil, right?
Yeah,
a pencil is
yeah.
90% lead, 10% eraser.
Yeah.
Why would you let that man erase what has gone on before he entered into your life?
Mm-hmm.
And I completely, although I thought I was going to agree with the ladies on the panel, I did not, because I've been in situations where, yes, I have friends outside of you. I've had friends before
As you should. As you should.
We've built this tradition up before you ever came along. Now, why he can't go, I don't know. Maybe he has to work.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't really say why he couldn't go.
Right.
Maybe he has to work. Maybe he doesn't get along with the people in the group. Whatever the case may be, I'm not ending our tradition for a man. For one, I've been dating for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Ah, I like how there's a difference.
You ain't put no ring on this finger.
Yeah.
At no point are we committed. Because we can say, oh, we've been in a committed relationship. You are single till you're married.
Yeah.
When you fill out them doctor's papers, they don't ask, do you have a boyfriend?
That's a fact.
They don't ask if you have a man.
Who's your next
They
of
say,
kin?
are you a husband or are you a wife?
Yeah. That's
The
a
rest
fact.
of it does not matter.
That's a fact.
The rest of it is us just being friends who enjoy each other's company, and I get a little physical with you and I don't with other people.
Okay, well, let's go deeper. What if he says, you know what? I didn't think I would feel this way. And it's letting me know how much I value you, that the thought of you being out there potentially, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. And I want to make this official. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yes, you have every right to say that as a girlfriend. And I'm not trying to restrict you and say like, nah, I done put a ring on it. Now you can't do nothing. You ain't got no life, no friends. It's just us. Not like that. But if he say, you know what I'm saying? I don't like this position. I want us to promote. I want us to upgrade. Would the trips now be put into question?
Because
now we got a ring on it. Yeah,
now we got a ring on it.
Now we got a ring on it.
Did we sign the paper? Because that's the thing. Like, you put a ring. People
Nah,
put
I'm talking about
rings
y'all
on
jump the
people's
broom.
fingers to silence them all the
No,
time.
it's paperwork now. It's paperwork.
Okay, paperwork. We can talk about it. I don't expect you as my husband to give up no trips that you were doing before me. If that's what you like to do, I want you to continue your life outside of me. Why? Because we may be one, but we are not one person. I don't want you to give up your individuality because we now have become one. But then again, I've never been married and CJ is. Have you put that out there?
Sure, we can.
Okay, CJ is married, so he does have a more husband mindset and a more marriage related mindset. I ain't been there.
I'll tell you this. I need more context from homie. I need to know why he doesn't want her to go. Is it a dude? Is it that male friend that you? Because she said it's a male friend in particular. Because she said a group. She elaborated and said a group, but then she started off with saying male friend. Does this male friend? Imagine, okay, say I'm sitting up here. I'm 5'2", 315 pounds. And you love all my little butterball self. But this friend, about 6'4", he muscular. You know what I'm saying? He got dreads that smell like apricots. You know what I'm saying? I got a receding hairline and everything.
Okay, so your insecurities are showing.
That's what I'm saying. So is he not wanting her to go because of insecurities, or is he not feeling like a woman in a committed relationship should be going on mixed trips when you got a man? I need that context. To me is important.
Now,
because, go ahead.
I do agree. Context is important, although from my personal experience, and this is where things get different, your insecurities are now, you don't trust me?
Yeah, it is. I knew it. That's the point. It's like, are you saying that because you don't trust her? But because it's like now that changes the dynamics. Because there's certain things like this. Like, I do believe, like you said, no ring. Yeah, you can move how you want to move. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't committed to this. You saying I'm in a committed relationship, but where that? It ain't on my hand. It ain't on no paperwork. They say next to kin, they gonna call my mama.
They're not calling you.
They're not calling.
They're
you.
not giving you any information at the hospital, at the police station. None of that.
None of that. Who are you to this person? Well, we've been going together for about 3 years now, so we cool. No, well,
legally, you're just a friend.
You're just a friend. And so it's just like, I feel like I wouldn't want nobody to feel like they now trapped. And that's why I couldn't really agree with. It's like, it was hard. That's a difficult thing, because I'm hearing how she's saying it, and she kind of say, did she sound slightly arrogant to you? Just slightly. I ain't saying like
I don't know. Like, I just feel like, we can only talk about from our experiences, right? And of course, I've never experienced it from a man's point of view.
Right.
But from me and mine, I've had men try to control. I've had men, you can't be friends with this guy.
Yeah, that's trash. That's trash.
At this stage, I'm not going for it. I'm friends with whoever I'm friends with. I'm not cutting anybody off for you until I get a ring.
I like in a relationship when people know their worth and their value. You know what I'm saying? If I should trust you because I know who I am. I know what I bring to this relationship. I know who you are. And I trust that we love each other enough that you're not still on the market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that you can go somewhere. Hey, can we be real for a second?
We can.
If this was in reverse, she would have more to worry about than that. Women, I've seen women go out, be in a group, and dudes be like, hey, can I buy y'all a drink? And they be like, thank you. And they'll go right back, and they'll be on the dance floor, 6 of them, dancing together.
Because you buying me a drink does not dictate I'm staying with you. And I like that for me.
Men hunt in packs. You get a dude, we in Jamaica, we on a cruise, and there's a group of girls. This dude who's in a committed relationship
is more likely to go. Now,
I'm keeping it 1,000.
I do agree with that sentiment. Because we are running low and running late on time, let me know in the comments what you guys' opinion is. Obviously, me and CJ have differences of opinion, and I like that for us.
She wrong.
It's really CJ that's wrong, and I really didn't want to say nothing, but
I'm that.
Yeah, so I like that we're having differences of opinions on this.
Yeah, we don't always sit here and agree. What they say, glaze in it.
So that's all we have for you guys today.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing CJ on today's episode. I also hope that you guys turn that bell notification on so that you're notified anytime we drop a new episode. We will be leaving CJ's link in the bio so that you guys can also check out his page. Go there, of course, blow it up.
Appreciate it.
Am I forgetting anything? Let's see.
One thing.
Go for it.
Don't be an insecure man. It's not hot. It's not attractive. And your woman will start to look at you different.
Yeah.
That's just a little game right
Sure
there
will.
for y'all.
Sure will. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's a fact.
As well as don't forget to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to pull up because they're gonna love it here, just like you do.
Buy some baked goods.
Yeah, and buy some merch as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys when? That's right, in next week's episode.
That's a
Bye. You're still here? You know the show's over, right? Don't cry. We'll be back next week. I gotta go be a hoochie. In the meantime, catch up on the older episodes.